Hi and welcome. This is a pop-up episode of Tampa City Council Watch. As a reminder, City Council Watch is a grassroots project, so there's a lot of labor that goes on behind the scenes, and sometimes we'll provide you with short overviews and lower volume meetings to preserve our resources. So please subscribe, share, comment, like, all of that if you do find this content helpful. All right, let's hop right in. So City Council met on June 3rd, 2021, and things got pretty heated during the public comment. As some of you may know, for months now, South Tampans have been complaining about overdevelopment and crying about being neglected, or something like that, even though they are the most represented and heard area of the city. For the past several months, from what we've heard, most of their complaints were about overdevelopment and the concerns it would create, like traffic congestion, pollution, so forth. But on June 3rd, the real comments came out. Tampa Bay Times released a telling article about some of the language used by concerned South Tampans worried about overdevelopment. South Tampans said that luxury apartments attract drug dealers and called people undesirables, of whom South Tampans want to keep out and away from them. They were concerned about, and I quote, the character and quality of our neighborhood. That all sounds pretty familiar. I wonder who the undesirables could be. People like Black, Indigenous, Latinx, East Tampans, poor people, the gays, immigrants, trans folks. In history, the undesirables have been a mix of different people, and it's always been through coded language like what was spoken by South Tampans on June 3rd. Luckily, City Council did push back on that rhetoric, especially Vieira, Miranda, and Good, saying that the language was trash and offensive. But nonetheless, we already knew their intentions were to preserve the traditional neighborhoods, and in the U.S., preserving tradition usually means preserving forms of modern-day segregation. We see you, South Tampa. Okay, now let's move on to the meeting. Most of it was pretty mundane stuff that we don't exactly care to report on, but there was a unanimous passage of a first reading for a change in the authority to issue parking tickets. The second reading will be on July 15th at 9:30 a.m. In short, this will grant the parking authority and the police the authority to cite commercial vehicles illegally parked in residential neighborhoods. Exciting stuff, right? Yeah, be glad we're the ones that sit through these meetings. Oh, and get this, the city business is divided into categories, and one such category is public safety. Of course, police and fire issues are usually tucked away into this section. Resolution number PS 21-68705 was an agreement between the Tampa Police Department and the National Insurance Crime Bureau on some boring vehicle arrangement. The resolution itself wasn't interesting. What was interesting is the illusion of police being agents of public safety. What the hell does investigating or preventing insurance crimes and protecting private industry profits have to do with the public safety? Nothing, exactly. We highlighted this resolution not because it's super relevant to our daily lives, but rather because it highlights exactly what we've been saying. Police do not keep us safe. They keep property safe, capitalism safe, and white supremacy safe. That's it. And lastly, just under $90,000 was approved unanimously for housing opportunities for people living with HIV/AIDS. The AIDS crisis devastated gay, queer, and trans communities, and especially poor Black and Latinx queer communities everywhere. Tampa being no exception. So we're glad to see some care and attention there this Pride Month. However, we know our city can do way more for the gay, queer, and trans elders, as well as other communities still suffering who have helped make the city's culture so vibrant. Okay, so that was really all the things we felt our viewers would want to hear about. Listen, you have the power, okay? Have you ever thought about running for office? Email us. Or are you just sick and tired of being sick and tired? Make public comment at City Council each time you get a chance. Email them, call them, write them a letter in the mail. Visit their town halls. These 7 men are way too comfortable.